There are two types of people in the world: the people who change their lives and the people who watch everyone else change theirs. The difference is not intelligence, it is not talent, and it definitely is not luck. It is something much simpler. It is habit. Because the uncomfortable truth is this: the life you have right now is a reflection of the habits you practice every day. But here's the crazy part: most people are only 1 or 2 habits away from completely changing their future. And today we're going to break down 5 habits that quietly separate the winners from everyone else. But the last habit might be the one that changes everything for you. So think about the people you admire: the successful entrepreneurs, the athletes, the creators, people who seem unstoppable. Do they have something that you don't? Not really, but they do some things differently. They treat their daily habits like a system for success. And most people, they unfortunately treat life like it's happening to them. And that is where everything starts to divide. So let's talk about the first habit. Before we start, if you think winners wake up motivated every day, you're already misunderstanding success, because motivation is unreliable, and the winners know that. Number 1, winners build wisdom while the losers wait for motivation. Most people rely on motivation. I'll start tomorrow. I just need to feel ready, or I'll do it when I'm inspired. But winners know something most people don't. They know that motivation is temporary and habits are permanent. Instead of waiting to feel like doing something, they build systems that force action, and they schedule workouts. They block time to work. They create routines that remove excuses, because discipline beats motivation every single time. But that leads to something even more powerful, and most people completely ignore it. Here is something uncomfortable that most people do not like to hear: you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Let's talk about the second habit. Number 2, winners protect their time ruthlessly. Most people treat time like it's unlimited, scrolling through social media, always complaining, continuously waiting. But winners understand something powerful: time is the only asset you cannot get back, so they guard it aggressively. They say no to distractions, they avoid pointless drama, they limit things that drain their energy, and most importantly, they spend their time on things that compound over years, like skills, knowledge, health, and relationships, because every hour you invest today becomes momentum for tomorrow. But this next habit is where most people fall apart. Let's be honest for a second. Everyone loves the idea of success, but almost nobody loves the process that is required to get there. And that leads to the third point. Number 3, winners do boring things consistently. This might be the most underrated truth about success. Winning is boring. It is the same actions repeated every day for years. For example, working out, learning, or practicing and improving. No applause, no viral moment, no instant reward, just repetition. Most people quit because progress feels invisible in the beginning. But the winners trust something called compound growth. Winners know that small actions done consistently will turn into massive results over time. And that leads to something most people struggle with. But here's where things get interesting, because the fourth habit is something almost nobody talks about, yet it might be the biggest predictor of success. Number 4, winners control their environment. People think success is about willpower. But the truth is, your environment shapes your behavior. If you surround yourself with negativity, you absorb negativity. If you surround yourself with discipline, you absorb discipline. Winners design their environment intentionally. They follow people who inspire growth. They limit exposure to distractions. They build spaces that encourage focus, because your habits become easier when your environment supports them. But the fifth habit might be the most important of all, and it is the one that separates people who succeed long-term from those who quit. Most people think successful people are confident, but confidence isn't what made them successful. It's something deeper. Number 5, winners trust themselves. Most people break promises to themselves all of the time. You say, I'll start tomorrow, I'll wake up early, I'll stick to the plan. And when you don't, something dangerous happens. You stop trusting yourself. Winners are different. They keep small promises, like waking up when they say they will, finishing what they start, following through even when it's uncomfortable. And over time, this builds self-trust. Self-trust creates confidence. Confidence creates action, and action creates results. And so here's the truth most people never realize. Success isn't built in big moments, it's built in ordinary days. In the quiet mornings, in the disciplined choices, in the small decisions that nobody sees. Winners aren't special, they just chose habits that align with the life they want. And the losers, they choose comfort. Every single day, you're making one of two decisions. You're either building the future you want, or you're drifting further away from it. And the difference will always come down to your habits. If you want to start building the habits that create real success, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Because on this channel, I break down the psychology, discipline, and strategies that help you level up your life. And remember, your future isn't created someday. It is created by what you do today. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.